Hey everyone, welcome. So today I will be sharing with you guys my 2017 art. So I did a poll and most of you guys voted to see the year 2017. I have been sketching for over, I would like to say like maybe 13 years, I think, when I was like 15 in 2015, because I am 24 this year, so I've been sketching for like a while now, and this might have got to be like a part one or something because I've actually got so much art. I've been cleaning out my room and I came across a lot of old art. I actually did throw like some of them away, the ones that I didn't really have any point in keeping anymore, but I did keep quite a lot of them that I feel like represent a big part of my journey and that I would like to share with you guys. I feel like the year 2017 was the year that I kind of established a little bit more of my own identity and my own style, and I really enjoyed the art that I made in 2017. Yeah, I'll be sharing with you guys my art from 2017. So let's talk about these sketchbooks first. I started these in early 2017, so it's 8 January to 25th of January. And these are the Canson sketchbooks. They're like A5 in size, soft cover. It's really nice in the hand. And I remembered really loving these sketchbooks. I have one of my favorite sketchbooks of all time. I think I have a tour of it. I used to title my sketchbooks pretty often. This one is called Majestic Creatures. Let me just do a flip through. I used to do quite a lot of colors, and you will see that the colors are pretty consistent throughout the pages. And these are Copic markers, definitely. I used to love to fill in like a little bit on the backgrounds off the back of the heads or the figures. This one is quite nice. There are a lot of like ruffles. I think I was like really going through the ruffles like phase. And then this is another color palette. I like this page. I remembered, I think, when this was the time I tried to draw profiles, because when I was younger I drew a lot of like just like the front of the face, so for me to draw profiles it was very new or different. Looking back at it, it looks a bit odd. I can't really see it back then, you know. Sometimes you have got to be like on the sidelines to truly see your art as non-biased. Of course there are always areas to improve on, so sometimes you can use strokes and like simple line work and colors just to enhance a piece. I do that a lot in the past. I don't really do it nowadays. This is men's. And this. There's something that I guess I admire in these works of mine is that sometimes when you're a young artist and when you're still figuring things out, you're very willing to try anything. I feel like it's a very good spirit or mentality to have. It's like, you know, you could be very proficient in this, but you always have the heart of a student to learn and to experiment, which is something that I feel like I lack these days. Like nowadays I kind of know what I'm good at or like what I like, and I will stick to that. But I feel like when I was younger I dared to like go out of my comfort zone and like try different things, like even if it doesn't work, things like that. I loved writing like lyrics in this as well. This one has like pink like line work behind. I think it's from the coal erase. I think that time I was trying that out. This is Marc Jacobs Fall 2017. Just like, you know, trying out texture, fabric texture. This is this. Like towards. Yeah, I don't think I finished. I left it blank. So that is it for these two sketchbooks. So now let's go on to the loose sheets of sketches that I've got. All of this writes April, so it should be sometime then. This one is in March. So I think let's start off with this. I was using a different brush pen. I was using the Zig brush pen. It's like way thinner than the ones that I like to use now, so you can really achieve like really fine strokes with that. And markers are just Pro markers, and the colors, if you can tell, they're all very heavily inspired by John Galliano. I was a huge Galliano fan. I loved looking at his collection. Let me go get his book. Okay, this is his book. This is a book about all the collections that he ever did while he was at Dior. So you can take a look at the colors. It's all really playful, really loud, very colorful. You know, your references, what you always look at, is actually a very big part, and it will influence the way you draw and the colors that you use. So, you know, be mindful, I guess, of what you're consuming, what you're taking in, things like that. I really loved the collections he did while he was at Dior. So I feel like this kind of flows true onto the works that I'm about to show you now. This is it. Really colorful. I think I don't know if I've ever filmed like myself painting this. If I do, I can include like little clips if I can still find files of them. This one is quite nice. This one is like really abstract, I think, but like you can kind of see what's going on. I feel like it's pretty expressive. This paper was quite like cheap. It was like a book for like $1 or something, but the paper is surprisingly pretty good. It's not yellowed or anything. There are no spots on it, and it actually holds the marker pretty well. I feel like works really well with the mediums that I used here. And then let me find some others that are like more like that style first, I guess. This one, yeah. I think this is all done on the same days. Like all around the same time period. I love the colors, actually. I feel like the color works really well. It plays around with each other really well, and I use a lot of like this kind of strokes, very like squiggly lines. Got this as well. Yeah, I can see the colors are very similar to the cover of the book. And Galliano, his collections are always like, it's always more is more. So it really has that. And then I think these are, this was like when I pivoted a little bit. I think the color that I use here, I don't remember all of them, but I know this color. It's champagne from Copic. It's a E71 or E70, something like that. That was like my favorite color from the entire collection of Copics, and it really bounces off really well with like the brown ink that I use as well. So I really like that. And this brush pen really allowed me to work very freely, and whenever I use it, I think I'm just very like expressive with it. So there was a time I loved drawing smoking girls as well. So yeah. Then I've got this one. I think this one was like pretty popular on my Instagram. This is a Victor and Rolf collection, I'm pretty sure, that I painted. And then this one, these as well. These ones are a bit more, I guess, minimalistic. This one features like pencil shading and just like, you know, simple colors, not as exaggerated as the others. But I feel like it's quite effective as well. This one is Balenciaga's Fall 2017. And back then, I think that time, how I like to paint faces, if you realize in all of the pieces, I generally don't paint faces like that, like the whole face. I would only paint the shadows in. So that was how I, you know, kind of operated last time. I like to paint around like the areas where there are more shadows focused on. So it's always like around the eyes, the nose bridge, the temple, the cheekbones, the nose and the lips, and the chin. So you can see it's very apparent over here. This one is the one that I used with the pole, so of course it has got to be in here. So this one is Balmain. That time Balmain was really popular when it kind of got revived again, and the outfits from the collections were really beautiful, very structured and very bold. I feel like it worked really well. Like it's a really fun thing to sketch. This one is also in April. I was also trying to improve on like the way I draw hands. Another one. So I was trying to draw more gestures, just not just like the face, you know, to include other elements as well. And then these are male. These ones are from March. Yeah. Okay, and then these are just like sketches, like fashion sketches. Because I think 2017, that time I enrolled myself into art school, so I think I was just trying to like get into the designing aspect of things. So I just drew whatever like I thought of. I think this one is my favorite one out of these three. I like the color. Yeah, so I've got this in a folder, kept it in a folder because it's gouache. The time I was starting out gouache, and this piece, okay, I don't really like how I drew the top and all, but I really like the legs that I did. I love the way the color works together. That time I felt like this was a really realistic piece that I did, so I really enjoyed. I really like this. Let me share the sketchbooks. So these are the A4 sketchbooks. It writes 2015, 16 to 17. So I'm just going to share with you guys the 17 part of the sketchbook. So May 2017. I really like how these turned out. It's kind of like very minimal supplies, but I feel like it gives a really good result, or at least like a result that I really enjoyed. It was just a highlighter that I've got lying around and like black ink, a black marker, and square hats. And I think I just worked with that. I really like how these turned out. I think these might be from like a YSL collection as well. I am not entirely sure. Might just be from my head as well. I don't know. This sketchbook from 5th of July to 11th of July has a lot of stickers. Really cute. And then what have we got in here? I used to make quite a bit of art because I had a lot of time. Now with work and everything, it might be an excuse to use work as like a, you know, but I was really like really free back then. But I do feel like that I was more creative in the past as well. Some other sketches here and there. This is even more. This is a Chanel collection. And then, yeah, this is, I remembered I got like a metallic pen, like acrylic marker, and I really wanted to try, like test it out. So I did some pieces with it. Looking back on these, I feel like they were just really free. I feel like I could feel my emotion as I sketched this. Like I just sketched without like a thought in my mind. You know, I just did everything. I feel like I was more expressive. Now my style is just more refined. But there's like, I feel like there's always things to learn from like the past you. I remembered I really liked this piece, but I couldn't like scan it properly because there was like another piece of work behind it and it shows through, the ghost is through, so it's very hard to get a very clean scan of this image. So yeah, this is it for this sketchbook, some pieces in this. And last but not least that I'll be sharing with you guys today would be this one. I also have got this post on my Instagram that people really liked. This was a collage that I did, but I only took a picture of this area. And the art that are in here as well. These supplies, I still use them today. This is the brown Miniso brush pen. It's just that one. Okay, but I don't really have much in this though. It's quite empty. Okay, so that's kind of it. So yeah, think that's all. Oh, and last but not least, before I go, I found this. This is framed. This is an inspired gouache painting of Ivan Earle's Sleeping Beauty. So it's gouache and it's like a copy, but like I didn't copy it exactly the same. The colors are kind of tweaked a little bit, but the elements and the features are all like referenced from Ivan Earle. I really like it. That's why I got it framed. So yeah, I think this is a good conclusion to the video. If you guys would like to see more, please let me know. And I'm not sure if I should do another poll. It's either we go back in time to 2016 or we go to 2018. So it's either that, you know. I think the earliest works that I've got are probably from like 2015 to 16. And if you guys would like to see that first before, you know, we go up the years, please let me know. The thing is, I have even more 2017 art. So should I do a part 2 of that first, or is this enough? Please let me know how I should go on, because there's no way I can show you all the art that I've ever made. So yeah, I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's video, and please let me know if you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next one. Bye!